Hey guys, it's me Bailey here and welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I am building the Appaloosa Suburban. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom family home. I was looking at my videos that I did recently and I was like, wow, I haven't done a suburban home in forever. Honestly, it was about a month when I last looked, but it feels like forever to me. I love making suburban homes. When I look on YouTube, the only homes that the YouTube algorithm recommends to me are family homes, so I feel like they're really popular and I like watching them and I like making them. I don't think I'm the best at them though. I feel like I'm good at the exteriors, like I've been getting a lot better, but when it comes to the interiors, I just suck so bad. I like eclectic things. If you don't know, now you know. I feel like I say it in every single one of my voiceovers, but that only lends itself in certain situations, so I feel like half the time I can do the style that I like, but the other half it just doesn't make sense. By the way, we do have a tree house in this home. I'm so happy that I ended up adding a tree house. Originally, I just wanted something in the backyard. I had no clue what. I put a shed in the back. I was thinking I could have made it into a shed or a garage, which wouldn't have made sense because we already have a carport here, but the backyard is really big. I mean, it's kind of narrow, but it's still big, and I knew I wanted some sort of building. I didn't want to make a shed though because I don't really know how to decorate them, so I tried my hand at making a tree house and I was doing pretty well until I was looking through the trees and I couldn't find any that really looked nice. Like, a lot of them had leaves that were clipping into the room, so I had to look at a tutorial. And I think most people, when they make tree houses, they use one of two trees. So they either use the base game tree that I ended up using. It is a base game tree. I sized it up once just so the leaves wouldn't clip, and then other people I've seen use the movie Hangout one with the little lanterns on it. It's such a cute tree, but like it's way too huge. I've never used it because of that, but I ended up going with a base game tree. By the way, it's actually a lot simpler than I thought to make tree houses. Basically, all you need to do is build a room on ground level. Does that make sense? It makes sense, right? And then build a room right on top of it, and then delete the first room that you placed. So now you'll have a floating room that you can move up and down and place wherever you want. Like, if you want to place it really, really high, you can do so. I placed it kind of low to the ground, and you'll see that I add some stilts to kind of make it look realistic. I don't really know what tree houses look like in real life. I didn't have one as a kid, so I tried to make it somewhat realistic. Like, we put a TV in there, we put just some places to sit, and we have a little balcony surrounding it, so I ended up putting one of those drawing tables and then a chess table. So there are tons of activities in this home. There are 3 bedrooms, by the way. So there's the master bedroom, which has a bathroom connected to it, and then there is the teen daughter's bedroom. Of course, you can change these around, and then the child son's bedroom. Now, I thought that the child son, he's the one that loves to be in the treehouse, and he's actually part of a club filled with a bunch of other kids, and they meet up in this treehouse. You'll see that I placed the little banner that came with Get Together, and it has a symbol of a bear on it, so I was thinking that that is the little symbol for their club. I didn't really think much into what they do, but I do think that they all met in Llama Scouts. They all love the outdoors. What else do kids do? Honestly, kids don't really have much to do in this game other than collect Void Critter cards, things like that. I do think Llama Scouts is really cute. I've never played with it though, so hopefully in my Legacy family, which I don't know if you've seen yet, I think you'll be seeing very soon, so look forward to that. Maybe one of our children, we haven't even started, like we don't have any children, but when we do, maybe one of our children will be into Llama Scouts and like collect all the badges. I think that's what you do, so that will be really fun. Anyway, so I want to kind of get this out of the way. I am using a new editing software, and I'm also using a new mic, so we upgraded immensely. I went from, well, we'll get into this tangent, but if anything kind of seems off, that is why. I know things are going to be kind of different from my last couple of videos, or all of my videos, which I think is for the better because my mic definitely upgraded, and I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro. I used to use iMovie, so I guess I will tell you everything that I used to do, I basically use my phone for everything. And a couple of people have asked me, or I guess told me, that they're struggling with making videos just because they don't have money, which I think is a bit of a cop-out. Now, of course, you're gonna need a computer to record Sims 4 gameplay, so I get that. But also, I started my YouTube channel with only my phone. I literally remember one of my first videos, this is embarrassing, but one of my first videos was of me making a sim in The Sims Mobile, and then I sped it up using iMovie. It was horrible. I hope it didn't get any views. I've deleted it. It's been deleted for like 8 months at this point, so I don't think anyone will remember it. But if you do, first of all, you've been here for forever, and second of all, I'm so sorry, but I do think that it's very possible to record videos with only your phone, like commentary videos especially. I basically only use my phone because iPhones come with iMovie. I think iMovie is really nice. I'm honestly tempted to buy a Mac just for iMovie, but now that I'm getting more familiar with Adobe Premiere Pro, I'm saying the full name just because I'm still getting used to it, I think I'll be able to get the hang of it, at least maybe in the next couple of weeks. I think I'll be fine with it. I know I've been experiencing some weird things. Anyway, so if you're wondering how to make videos, make Sims videos specifically, without spending all that much money, basically all you need is an iPhone and a computer, and you need the Apple headphones because that's what I use for my mic. So I would record my gameplay with OBS. OBS is like the simplest thing ever, and everyone that I know uses it. So I would use OBS, and then I have iTunes downloaded onto my computer. I don't know if that's legal or not, but I'm pretty sure. There was an official website, and I was able to download iTunes, and so you can transfer your videos from OBS. I basically move them from OBS to my desktop, and then I just slide them onto iTunes, and from there you can speed up the clips if you're doing a speed build. If you're not, or if you're doing like gameplay or something like that, it's really easy. But when it comes to speed builds or creator sim videos, it only lets you, at least in the app, speed it up a certain amount. So you have to save the video, speed it up again, save the video again, things like that. That's a bit of a catch, but it does work. I think it's completely fine. And then iMovie has a feature where you can just do the voiceover, basically just plug in the Apple headphones and you'll be good to go. I kind of evolved, or could you say devolved, because I figured out the exact way to hold the Apple headphones where it would sound kind of okay. Like if you look at my old videos, the sound quality is really bad. If you look at my newer videos, it sounds bad still, but it sounds better, and that's because I figured out ways to just hold it the certain way to make it seem okay and make sure that I didn't breathe on it, which is kind of cringy, but it's what you have to do, right? So there are definitely ways that you can go about making videos where you don't need to spend that much money. Like I said, iMovie is free. I don't know if you have an Android what you would really do. I mean, I'm sure there are things like that that come with an Android, so it's not that difficult. I have had some questions by people specifically on Tumblr. I don't know why, but if you're wondering how I used to make my videos, that is that. I'm exposing myself. It's definitely not the best way to record, but like I said, it's free. It's simple. If you're getting into it, I would really recommend it. But now I'm getting into Premiere Pro. I don't think you say the Adobe part. I think you just call it Premiere Pro. And I got this Blue Yeti mic. So the mic especially, I'm pointing to it. I wish I had face cam. It's definitely an upgrade. I don't know if I'm using it to the best of its ability. Like, there's certain buttons that I've lowered all the way. Like, there's one button that I've lowered all the way because that's recommended, but I don't know if like my surroundings makes it so that I need to turn that up. I don't know. I am such a boomer when it comes to technology, so I just want to throw that out there. Like, if things look a little bit weird, that is why. I want to be a professional, okay? I'm trying to upgrade my stuff, but I literally have 4 brain cells when it comes to things like this, so it is a little bit difficult. But anyway, so the kitchen of this home. Wow, we switched topics so fast. But yeah, the kitchen is really pretty. It's probably my favorite part of the house. I don't know why I picked these blue countertops, but I did. And I also put the little dish rack in the sink. I saw Not Maria do it, and Not Maria said that she got it from Miss Griffey, so I just really like that idea. I decided to use it. I know Not Maria used the little, what is it called, the OMSP shelf to place it. I just used the 9 key, and I think it worked out really well. I really like this kitchen. I think it has the perfect amount of clutter, and like I said, it kind of gives off the country vibe. Right next to this area is the dining room, and I like the dining room as well because I bring in the blue in the kitchen. But anyway, I have a story for you today. So I was cleaning my room. I feel like I've been cleaning my room a lot in my voiceovers. If you guys don't know, I lost my student ID recently, so I tore my room upside down, but I was just doing some cleaning and I found this little duck toy. Now, this won't make sense until I explain the story, but I found this little duck toy and it took me back. So I think this is kind of a niche reference, but maybe somebody out there knows and can relate. So my school did a thing called Jump Rope for Hearts. Now, it's kind of an MLM for children. Jump Rope for Hearts is something where, first of all, you have to jump rope 80 times. Everyone cheated. I remember everyone in my entire class cheated because once you did that, you got a little duck toy, and that is the duck toy that I'm talking about. I literally have it. It's been many years, like 8 years, something like that, since I got this thing, but it's like a little duck on a keychain. Everyone in class got it. I remember there were just like random ones on the floor because a lot of people didn't care about them, but I loved my duck so much. He was my pride and joy. And there was more to the Jump Rope for Hearts thing. Like, you would go around your neighborhood and ask people to buy things. Again, pretty much an MLM for children. So I remember a bunch of kids at my school doing that. I didn't do that though because I was anxious even as a child. There was no way that I was going up to strangers. I remember some people did kind of get more purchases by just asking their family members, and I don't even have a big family, and my parents were not interested in buying any of this stuff. It didn't work out for me, but I was fine because I had this one little duck keychain, again, my pride and joy. But something happened. I don't know how we got to this point. I had a very weird friend as a kid, and I don't mean to be rude when I say that she was weird because she was so mean. So I feel like it's kind of justified. She would try to creep me out every time we had sleepovers. Like, she would literally pretend to be possessed. So I don't know why, but she was my best friend, and this is kind of to be expected from her. Basically, she turned these cute little ducks into literally my worst nightmare. So it all started with someone in the class. I don't know who. I think it was my friend, but like everyone had the password to this account. Someone made an account called Bernice. It was like Bernice the Duck. Oh my gosh, if you can find it on Instagram, I will cry. I think it was privated and it's probably deleted by now, but there was an account that we made called Bernice the Duck, and they would basically just post. It wasn't me. I never had the password. Everyone had it but me, so I think I was the blunt of the joke. Kind of sad. But I was really mean as a kid too, so I feel like I had it coming. Anyway, this Instagram account goes around. Slender Man was a huge thing back then, so they would basically just post pictures of Slender Man. But they made up the story that this duck, this specific duck that we'd all gotten for free because we had cheated and lied that we qualified for this jump rope thing.
We were all demons.
I'm now realizing that this class was full of demon children, but somebody makes up the rumor that these little ducks are possessed and that they're very scary and that they will kill you. And somehow in my 4th grade mind, that was really scary, and that was a true thing. So I remember not being able to sleep at night because I had the duck keychain on my bookshelf, and I was so convinced that this thing was gonna start moving on its own and like attack me in my sleep, and I wouldn't throw it out, which was really weird. I felt bad for it for some reason. Again, I was a really weird kid, so I didn't want to throw it out, but I was also really scared that it was gonna kill me. This little rubber duck, I thought it was gonna kill me. My friend, my best friend as a kid, was so, I don't want to say insane, but she made me scared about everything. I feel like we all had that one friend in elementary school who was kind of wild, who you don't talk to anymore, but they like scarred you for life. At least that's what happened to me, and one of my best friends now, basically the same thing happened to her. I don't know why, but like our 2 best friends as kids were kind of demons. I remember my friend would go to our school, and our school had like a big forested area in the back of it. She would go to the school early with one of those little gallons of fake blood. I'm not even kidding you. She would go to the woods and she would like pour blood on the leaves, and then she would bring people to this area and be like, this is Bernice. This is what Bernice the duck did. I'm not kidding you. Why? Why could I have just not had a normal childhood? I don't know. She was probably the one that was possessed. Again, we would have sleepovers and she would pretend to be possessed. Like, she would move around the room and pretend like she was sleepwalking, but like I knew she wasn't. And she would like wait for me to open my eyes after I was like trying to go to sleep, and she would move and kind of jump scare me. Don't know. Literally, why? How? I have no clue where she is now. I was looking at my Snapchat and I have her added. I hope she's doing well. She was definitely an icon. I'm sure that she's still being kind of scary to people. Like, if she could have gotten me scared of a plastic duck, I don't know what else she could have done. That's kind of scary to think about. She was very, very wild. There are like more things that I won't even say just in case she finds out about this video and my channel. That would literally be the worst thing in the entire world. I don't know why I wanted to share that story, but I just do. Maybe you can relate. I feel like my best two friends today, they have similar stories. Like, they had friends as kids who were total nightmares, so I don't really know. But anyway, we are moving on. I'm just gonna let that slide. We're not gonna talk about Bernice the duck anymore. We're moving on to the master bedroom. I struggled with the wallpaper in a lot of rooms in this house. So like for the children's bedroom, I wanted to add green wallpaper, and I actually did, but I feel like it looks a little bit weird. I've tried to use that wallpaper before, and I don't think I can make it work. I don't know. I pair it with some wood paneling, and then for this one, I pair it with some brick wallpaper, and I think it looks kind of nice. But anyway, we're getting to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you did enjoy it. I hope that you enjoyed my weird duck story. If you want to be notified whenever I post, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye!